guys, super excited to talk about recruiting and our super simple system to make that happen. So let's get into it because here's the deal, you guys. When you're recruiting business builders, you are maximizing the income opportunity with network marketing, right? Once you learn how to sell the product, that's step one. Step two is learning how to recruit and how to really build your business, not only wide, but deep. So, first things first, recruiting is all about relationships. Selling is about relationships, but recruiting really is about relationships. And so, you want to be more relational and less transactional. And I'm going to show you what that looks like here in a minute. But before we can really start recruiting, you have to realize that it starts with what you're putting out there on social media, what you're sharing in your stories on your feed. And so if you are only sharing about the products, if you're only sharing about the triplex and the pink drink, and you're not sharing about the income opportunity, people might not even know that you have an income opportunity. And so it's really important that not only you share about the products, but you also share about the business opportunity. So there's two things that I want you to do. Number one, make a list of all the reasons why you love working this business. It can be monetary, non-monetary, doesn't matter. All the reasons why. I want you to write them down. And then over the next week, over the next month, some of y'all are going to have a really long list. I just want you to start talking about those things. Talk about it in your stories, talk about it on your feed. You don't have to have this big, eloquent post about the business. You're just sharing why you personally love working this business, and people are going to be attracted to you and your authenticity. So you're going to do this in stories, you're going to do this on your posts, and I highly recommend you guys, while yes, I love a cute graphic, you and your face is what is going to attract people to you. I reached out to my sponsor. I watched her for 6 months, and she was sharing over and over and over again on her stories about her rank up and what was happening and what they were going to be doing. And she was crying and she was excited one day and all the things. And there was no fancy graphic. I was attracted to her, and because I knew she was going somewhere. Does that make sense, you guys? So don't be scared to be yourself. Don't be scared to talk about where you're going. Even if you're brand new and you feel like, well, I haven't done anything yet. That's okay, right? My sponsor was new. And I was attracted to the fact that I knew she was going somewhere. So if you can't share your what I call an I story in 1 minute or less, you got to figure that out, right? An I story is, what was your life before Plexus? What attracted you to Plexus? And what are you excited about for the future? Okay. So those are the things that you want to be sharing on a regular basis on your posts and your stories. You guys, listen, you can't show up enough in person on your stories. People need to hear from you. One of the great ways that I also like to do this is to share rank ups from our team. If you're brand new and you don't have any rank ups yet, guess what? You can share a Sideline Sisters rank ups that are going on. We're all on this team, right? So you can share all the things. Go into the collective brand ambassador page and go share who's earning the cruise. You know, we've got everybody there that has earned the cruise. Go share all of that, because people can see themselves sometimes not in us, but in other people's stories, right? So people need to know, not only do you have a product that's going to change their life, but you have a business opportunity as well. All right, I'm going to share with you guys, there's 3 different buckets, right? As you are, we're not just posting and praying, but we're actually going to reach out to people about this business opportunity. And the first bucket are new customers, okay? So this looks like you're onboarding them, right? You're getting them the Getting Started guide, you're adding them to the Facebook page. And I say this almost kind of at the end as I'm closing up that conversation. I love to do this on the phone, right? Because again, it's relational, not transactional. And as I'm finishing up, I'll say, and listen, Sarah, the income opportunity attached to this is insane. Do you have a need to bring in extra income right now? And then you be quiet. Guys, 9 out of 10 people, pretty much almost everybody says yes, okay? And I'm gonna share with you what you're gonna do next. But this is bucket number 1. And do not get out of that conversation with that new person until you have asked this question. I ask it to every single person because who am I to be a blessing blocker? I have no idea what's going on in their finances. So I ask everybody this question. Okay. Even if we have had no conversation about the business opportunity, I always ask this question. That's bucket number one. Bucket number two are people that are already customers. These are low hanging fruit. These are people that love the product, right? That you can go to and you can say something like this. Hey, Sarah, I know you're loving your pink drink. I don't know if you've ever thought about doing this business with me. I think you would be amazing. You're going to insert three reasons you think she would be great. Whether you're looking for something or not, let me just get it out of the way. I think you'd be amazing. And quite honestly, Sarah, and this is my favorite thing to say, you owe it to yourself to check out this opportunity, and I would love to work with you. If I sent you a 7-minute video, would you be willing to watch it and tell me what you think? So again, you guys, just like every single new person, I make sure I've asked the question that we went over previously. Go into your customer base and I make sure and have this conversation with every single customer, because again, somebody could have joined just for the products, but guess what? Something happened in their life and now they have a need to make an income and their life is different than it was 6 months ago. So go to every single customer, leave nobody behind, don't be a blessing blocker, and ask them this question. And again, I'm going to share with you what you're going to do when they say yes. Okay. All right. Then the third bucket are people that are watching my stories. This could also be people that are engaging in your post, right? I get more people that engage with my stories than my posts. So this for me is that bucket, right? Do not wait. Do not wait for people to vote in a poll. Don't wait for them to message you. You're going to message them. And you guys, it's not going to be weird if you are sharing consistently along with other things going on in your life, right? You're going to be adding value. And, I said, PS, if people don't watch your stories, it's because they're too transactional and not relational. You've got to be yourself. You've got to not worry about it being perfect. Share all the fun aspects of your life you want to share, what you're passionate about, all the things, right? So don't worry about it being perfect. But if people are not watching your content, it's probably because they just don't see enough value to watch it. And guess what? You can change that. You can start to bring more value to your stories and you're going to weave in plexus, but you've got to do it consistently so it's not weird when you reach out to everybody. Look at this. Everybody that views my stories, they're going to see plexus about every 24 to 48 hours. It's going to be up there, but there's also going to be a lot of other things there too. So here is an example of what you can say to that bucket of people. Hey, Lori, thank you so much for staying connected on my stories. And this could be somebody you don't even know, guys. It could be somebody that's maybe a new friend or new follower or whatever. That's okay. As long as you're consistently showing up, it's not weird. You can absolutely send this message. Thank you so much for staying connected on my stories. I really appreciate the support. This is where you can personalize it. I'm not sure if you've ever considered it, but the business opportunity is fantastic. As I'm sure you saw, I'm working with some new women this month to help them earn whatever that monthly something is, right? Add 3, insert whatever that is. Would you be open to me sending the scoop about it? Okay. We're direct, we're to the point. This is why I'm messaging you. All right. Now, in all these buckets, right, whether it's a new customer, a seasoned customer, or somebody that you're messaging from stories or for a post, if they say yes, then you're going to send them the 6-minute Jessica Heffley video. This is on her YouTube. It's on her Instagram. You're going to send this and you're basically going to say, okay, awesome. Watch this 6-minute video and I can't wait to hear what you think. That's it. We're not overloading with information yet. We are just sending them that video. Okay. Then I'm going to follow up the same day. Hey, Sarah, what did you think of the video? If they show more interest, if they're at all like, yeah, it was interesting, I don't know, maybe. Okay. Then you're going to say, okay, awesome. Well, Sarah, listen, here's the deal. I would love for you to meet my friend Jen. She has been my mentor since I started. And if you decide this is a fit for you, you would get to work with her too. Can I introduce you? Okay, that's what you're going to do next. If she says, yeah, sure, then you're, and you can also personalize, right? Because if your sponsor, and The friend is going to be your jewel upline. Okay. So if your jewel upline has something that she could relate to, you can say, my friend Jen, who also was a nurse, who also had 3 boys, who also, right? And so you can connect them that way. So if she says yes, sure, then you're going to start a 3-way chat. Okay. From the 3-way chat, and don't worry, your sponsor, your Joel upline, knows exactly how to do this. You're going to go in the 3-way chat. Don't make it weird. You're just going to go in there and be like, hey, Sarah, this is Jen. I was telling Jen about you, and you love the pink drink, and do a little quick introduction, right? So everybody can get to know each other. And don't worry, your Jewel upline knows what to do. She's going to go in there and say, oh my gosh, Sarah, it was so great to meet you. I would love to chat with you a little bit more about it. And she's going to set up a FaceTime call. All right. Do not cheat, you guys. This FaceTime call is very important. And remember, in bold, we are looking for people who are looking for an opportunity. We are not trying to convince people. We are looking for people who are looking. Okay. So that FaceTime call is going to get set up. Now, your job is to send her the 7-minute comp plan video that I created between that 3-way chat and the FaceTime call, right? And so you're just going to say, hey, Jen, or hey, Sarah, before we get on the call, this is a little bit more information and it's 7 minutes. Watch it. And that way you can ask any questions when we hop on FaceTime. Okay. So that way she's got a little bit more information. And again, we're vetting people. We're looking for people who are looking for something. We are not trying to convince people, right? All right. The FaceTime call. Now, the number one goal is to find the number one thing that this business can make a difference for this person. It's to find their why. We are not trying to convince them to join. It's all about how can we serve them. If they're in, right, and they're not yet a VIP after this call is done, and again, you're going to lean into your Jewel upline. You need to and listen how she is going to close your prospect, because as you build your team, then you're going to go and you're going to do these calls, right? But it's super important that they do the prospect does more of the talking, right? And your Jewel upline knows this. Then we're the Jewel upline, because again, we're not trying to convince. We are just looking for people who are looking for an opportunity. And the less we talk, the more we can find out about them, the more we know how we can serve them. So you're going to welcome everybody on the call, and then you're going to basically turn it over to your Jewel upline, and she's going to lead that call. Okay. If they haven't ordered as a VIP yet, obviously that's the next step, and you're going to send them a cart and they're going to check out ASAP. Okay. Then if they have not already ordered, they're brand new, then you probably are going to want to set up another FaceTime onboarding call once that cart is in. Okay. So once they are already a VIP, you can, if you're doing the FaceTime call and they're already a VIP, then you can continue with these steps. If they're not a VIP yet, stop the call, go get the cart, send it over to them, schedule another onboarding call so you can do these steps. Because here's the thing, the confused mind shuts down. And part of recruiting is a dance, right? It is a tennis match of throwing the ball and somebody hitting it back to you, and throwing the ball and somebody hitting it back to you. And if you throw 4,500 balls in their direction all at one time, they're like confused, right? So it's super important that you follow the steps and don't get ahead of yourself, because it will shut people down and they'll do nothing. All right. So once somebody is a VIP, then on the call, you're going to encourage them to make 2 lists. One, everybody that they know needs these products, which I always make a joke and say everybody with a gut needs these products. And then number 2, people that they would like to partner with in business. Okay. They don't have to do it right on the call, but I'm going to give them a little homework. Again, I'm kind of vetting them. Hey, are they going to show up? I'm throwing the ball to them, and they're going to throw it back to me, because I'm only going to work with people that are going to hit the ball back to me, right? I'm not begging people to do this. I'm looking for people that already want something. Okay. So I'm going to say, hey, do that, and then send it to our 3-way chat after we get off this call. All right. Before you finish the FaceTime call, you and your Jewel upline are going to schedule their launch. It can be a Facebook launch, it can be a Zoom launch. I don't care how you launch them, but you need to launch them within 24 to 48 hours. That means you're getting in front of their network. And this is what I always say to people, listen, you're going to invite everybody, whether you think they would be interested in the products or not. It's like you're opening a crumble cookie, right? Some people are going to come to the ribbon cutting ceremony and they're going to eat the crumble cookie, and some are not. They're just going to take pictures and say good luck, right? And that's the same with this launch. You're going to invite everybody to come support you in your new business venture. It may or may not be for them, but they can refer you to somebody, right? So the pressure is off of them. They don't feel like, the expectations are set. They don't feel like they have to get all these people who are interested. They're just inviting their network to come out and support them, okay? So that needs to happen. The date and the time needs to happen on that FaceTime call before you get off, but the list can be sent to the three-way chat after you get off. All right. Lastly, you guys, and so that's how you recruit. That's how we recruit. We're going to do another video on onboarding, right, and launching your new business builder, but that's how you do it, you guys. It's a dance. Again, you're looking for people who are already looking for something. Do not prejudge anyone. VIPs are low-hanging fruit. They already love the product. So you want to go to every single VIP immediately and ask them that script, right? That's where you're going to start, especially if you've been in this business for a hot minute. You got a lot of VIPs. Don't rest until you have shared the business opportunity with this system with every single one. You want to keep going. A lot of times we get really excited. We're like, yay, I just recruited a business builder, diamond, here I come. But what you need to understand is you want to have 10 people on your team. They don't have to be all level ones, but you need to have 10 people in your levels 1 through 3 at all times that are wanting to work the business. And so if ever, I feel like it's a little bit low, then I know I need to personally go out and I need to go and recruit some more people. Because here's the thing, in this industry, you guys, it is a third, a third, a third. So if you recruit 3 people, one of them is going to quit. One of them is going to be on and off and on and off and on and off and in and out. And the other one is really going to do something. Okay. So a third, a third, a third. As long as you are constantly bringing in new business builders, right? That third that stick with it, you're going to get traction and you're going to get momentum. So use the super simple system, you guys. Go get yourself 10 in play that are excited to work this business, and let's